In this presentation, we're going to be discussing three concepts from Chapter 4, which has to deal with individual variation. The first concept we're going to discuss is temperament. But what exactly is temperament? Temperament and personality are extremely closely tied, but yet they're two different things. Temperament is a person's behavioral style and the way they respond to outside stimulus. And there are three types of children, and they are all very different from each other. And on the next slide, we're going to discuss the three. And here they are. These are the three types. An easy child is a student who is able to adapt quickly to change and generally are in a fun, easygoing, positive manner, and most likely will not give a teacher trouble. The second type are difficult children. These are children who frequently break down and cry and don't respond positively to change. And these students are very difficult with establishing routines. And the third and final type are slow to warm up children, as they oftentimes display a low level, almost apathetic mood, but is somewhat negative and they slowly adapt to changes. But why does this matter for my future classroom? This matters mostly in management, as with children such as the difficult and slow to warm up children that have issues establishing routines, classroom management and routines might take a bit longer to establish if there's a significant number of these children in the class. Also, they could present challenges to daily lessons, as if a child throws a temper tantrum in the middle of class and you have to spend time trying to calm them down, it takes away from the learning experience of the other students in the room and can often create a distraction and delay class time. And as a result, you might have to give out more punishments to one student, which they might deem as unfair. And overall, sometimes having a significant number of difficult children in the classroom can damage the classroom environment and significantly bring down the learning of the other students involved. The second concept is personality. But what exactly is personality? Personality is pretty much a person's thoughts, emotions, their behavior, and how they act and respond to the world around them. And there's Big Five. The Big Five of personality can be remembered by the acronym OCEAN. The first, the O, stands for openness, and this pretty much deals with how a person responds to their daily life. See, are they independent or do they conform to society? Do they have an imagination or are they more practically based? And do they like variety or do they prefer routines? The C stands for conscientiousness, and this pretty much revolves around how well someone can manage their own conscience and how they can organize themselves. And if are they impulsive or disciplined, or are they disorganized or organized? The E stands for extroversion, and this one means how they act around people around them. Are they extroverted, introverted? Do they like having fun? Are they more relaxed? Or are they affectionate or are they reserved? The A stands for agreeableness, and this can also be temperament, as if someone's soft-hearted or ruthless, are they trusting or suspicious, or can they be helpful or uncooperative? The N stands for neuroticism, and this deals with how someone is internally and psychologically. Are they a calm or anxious person? Are they insecure or secure? Or are they self-satisfied, or do they have self-pity? This can be important in a future classroom, as every single student has a different personality, and you need to be extremely mindful of that. And this can also be seen in partner work, as two students that are paired up in their polar opposites. As example, if you put a sociable student with a retired student, it might create an awkward dynamic in the partner duo. And also, this can be seen in classroom participation, as in some rooms where you might have more reserved students, it most likely would not be a good idea to have presentations and like stuff like show and tell, where students have to get up in front of a class and talk all by themselves, as students that are reserved might struggle with this more. The third and final theory is the theory of multiple intelligences. And this was created by Robert Sternberg. And what this is that we commonly think people are just smart, but there might be different types of smart. And we're going to break these down in the next slide. Three types. The first one is creative intelligence, and this is someone's ability to pretty much be creative. Well, it's in the name, and this is their ability to design, invent, or imagine new creative works. And this can be mostly seen in like artwork, writing, poetry, stuff like that. The second type of intelligence is practical intelligence, more commonly referred to as street smarts. And this is the ability to use, apply, and implement knowledge into real-world scenarios. The third and final type is analytical intelligence, as this is someone's ability to evaluate, judge, analyze, compare, and contrast data. It's pretty much someone's ability to process complex problems and come up with solutions easily. But how can this be seen in my future classroom? Well, again, it can be seen in just the way, even in the way you assign assignments. As students that are more analytical will be able to do more complex tasks, while someone that's creative would thrive with hands-on activities in writing essays. Well, essays, they get to choose their own topics, I should say. But students that have more street smarts might struggle a bit more with just bland academic tasks. And again, this just can be tied to a different way that students learn, as I just mentioned again, with hands-on activities or just worksheets. Every student is different because of their personality. So yeah, that's the end. Here's our source again from our lovely textbook.